Good afternoon, everybody. It has been a long time since I have even been on here, since I've posted anything. I think my last update was when I had COVID back in January, but it's my anniversary for YouTube, so I figured I'd pop back on and kind of just give an update of what's happening. Currently I'm at work. I'm on my lunch break. Work has been very, very busy. So it's been, I don't know where to begin. It's been crazy. We're so short staffed, so there's a lot of hours that we're working, many days where we go without breaks, but we're doing the best that we can. And I actually went from, I don't even know, I went from working like a little bit of hours to a whole bunch all at once. I actually did miss the first several months of work this year because I have something called neurogenic bladder, which the doctors are saying it's due to MS or an autonomic disorder, but we're still trying to figure that out. So it sucks to have to straight cath by yourself, and it's really hard because I've had kidney stones on top of it, and trying to straight cath when you have stones is like incredibly difficult. But yeah, other than working a lot, my health has been crazy. Like I said, my bladder stopped working, and we've kind of had just a bunch of other things we'll go through. I had mono, I had strep, and then I've just been sick for like the last month and a half with, we don't really actually know yet. We're doing so much testing, so much biopsies, and I don't even know, like feeling miserable for the last month has been difficult because I've been trying to work over top of it while being sick. I literally have had a fever for so long and nobody knows why. And it just sucks. It sucks being miserable. I had to get what is it called? A meningitis test, and then I had to do a spinal tap, and that I ended up bleeding spinal fluid, and I have a high pain tolerance, so I waited probably way too long to get that even fixed, but that sucked. But no, that sucked a lot because the amount of pain was, I have a high pain tolerance, and that I had to opt out, so it sucked. So I know I totally forgot to finish filming, but I got an important call that I needed to take, so I had to take that and kind of just space that I needed to come back to the video. So now I'm home in my room, and basically what I left off on is it's been really hard being sick with something that doctors don't know. And I have an incredible doctor. She has her own practice, and she like is able to communicate with us back and forth via text or phone, more than you would if you go to an actual primary doctor where you have to wait for an email or a call back. But my doctor is incredible, and she works crazy hours just to make sure that my questions are answered and that the tests that she wants done on me are being ran, and she just is really good at her job. She's fantastic, and I could have asked for a better doctor. But it is definitely hard when even your own doctor can't, like, there reaches a point that they can't like be as helpful either. And it sucks because I know doctors practice medicine, they don't know everything, and I know things happen that stump them, and I'm definitely one of those cases because I have so many things going on. It makes it all the more challenging because she sends me to a specialist, and the specialist really just helps me with the thing that they specialize in instead of everyone just working together to create a game plan. So we're now doing that, working with everyone. I've had so many CTs, x-rays, because I don't know if you can hear, I'm still sick, and it doesn't help because I have asthma and it's really not controlled, and so it quickly narrows my airway. It makes it real difficult to breathe. I actually just finished a breathing treatment because I constantly have to do that. But yeah, it's hard being sick and not knowing, because I feel like I push and push for answers, and sometimes it's frustrating knowing that you're not going to get an answer right away, especially like with an autoimmune disease. Knowing that your body's attacking itself, it makes it all the more hard to, like, I don't know, not get, it's hard not to have grace for myself. And that's definitely something I'm trying to learn in the last 6 months, is to have more grace for myself, because I know I can't help being sick. I try everything and I do everything that I'm asked to do, but I feel like my body keeps failing me, and it's really, really infuriating when your body is working against you and not for you. And so it's hard to be strong. I get told all the time at work or with like the people I live with and friends that you're strong, like I don't know how you do it. And honestly, I don't really have a choice, to be honest. And medical bills are not going to pay themselves. And I like what I do, so it's a kind of a good distraction, but it does make it hard when it affects my job. So it isn't always easy, and I really, really hope we're getting closer to answers, which leads me to 2023. I don't really make a lot of goals, really, because how many times do people make resolution and it falls through? And I'm definitely one of those people. But this year I kind of learned how to be resilient and how to just, if you want something, go for it. And I actually did a challenge back in, I think it was June. It's called 75 Hard, and I did it with my friend Jessie and a couple of her friends. And let me tell you, that's the hardest challenge I've ever done. If you don't know what 75 Hard is, it's basically you have to, for 75 days, you had to drink a gallon of water, you had to do 2 45-minute workouts, one having to be outside, you had to be on some sort of diet. And I did with my friend a low carb and no sugar, but I can't not have sugar. I'm hypoglycemic, so I just moderated what like I was intaking. And you had to read 10 pages of like kind of like any kind of book that's like self-help or like development books. It just had to be good. And what I learned out of that is you can do hard things. And there are many days that I did not want to get up and work out. I didn't want to do 2 workouts. And it's hard when a part of that time I had a Foley catheter in, so trying to work out with one of those, don't recommend. But it was a hard challenge, and I learned a lot about myself, that you can do hard things, that you can push yourself and still get the results. I wasn't necessarily trying to like really lose a ton of weight from it. I was just kind of like, how much can I do type of thing. And I was impressed. I doing a low carb diet at first wasn't that bad, but after a while it was difficult, because I am not a person who can just sit and eat the same thing all the time, unless it's something I like. If I like something, I'll eat it straight for like 2 weeks, but for 3 months it was challenging, because you had to learn how to be creative, and that's not something I'm always am when it comes to kitchen, food, and making stuff. So you had to learn how to get creative. And I learned to kind of fall in love with reading again, which anybody who knows me knows I hate to read. I hate reading unless it's a mystery book, but doing some of these help books and stuff were really good. I read a lot of books about codependency and just having courage and stuff, which was perfect timing for what I'm in. It's difficult. But that being said, to go into 2023, it kind of helped impact what I want. First of all, it's crazy to think we're in 2023. When I was a kid, I never thought we were going to make it to 2023. Please tell me I'm not the only one that was like, 2023, that's so far away. But yeah, but going forward, I have more of like a mantra, and I actually got it on my hand. It says be fearless, and that's kind of what I've had to tell myself a lot, being as sick as I've been, and just, you know, have to deal with your mental health. It takes a toll being sick when your own body hates itself, and you're sick. It's not easy. You can't do what you want. And so my goal for next year is to get the answers that I need, and to really just have grace for myself, that I know that I might not get the answers I want right away, but to be patient with myself, and to know that I am doing everything I can to really basically not beat myself up, because there are many days where I have really gotten angry with myself, because I want to help myself, and I love helping other people, but I can't help other people if I can't even help myself. So it makes me feel like a bad caregiver. But I now work in the ER full time, it makes it difficult, because I see people sick, and some get better, and some have kind of like similar stuff like me, and it's like, how come I'm not better? So my goal is to really work on getting the answers that I need. My goal also is to go on a vacation by myself, like a real nice vacation. And a couple years ago I was supposed to go to Hawaii, but life happened and I wasn't able to go. So that is gonna happen. And my goal is to move. I got some I'm in a trial, so I need to do that, get that taken care of, and then hopefully after that just chill, just kind of do whatever. So we will see. But yeah, 2023, I really hate the phrase that it's gonna be your best year yet, because literally the last 3 years I say that and it seems like something else goes wrong. So I'm not gonna say that anymore, because it's not gonna be my best year yet. It's gonna be the year of me growing into understanding what is wrong with my health, working on my mental health still, just working on me. I am happy with where I live. I love my job. I love getting to help people. The satisfaction of feeling like you impact someone is far greater than anything I've ever experienced. And I think part of it is because I can empathize with a lot of these patients. I understand what it's like to be in a hospital bed and not know it, or have surgeries and be miserable, because I've had a lot of that this year. But I like the ER, because it's never a dull moment in the ER. We have broken bones. We have like everything you can think of and more. Like, I am fascinated and I'm constantly learning. And I think that's why I like the ER, because I'm always learning something new and seeing things. Like, the experiences I get out of it is great. And I work with a really great group of people who we all back each other up, because we're a team, and they're very good about being hands-on and teaching. So if you don't know something, they're like, okay, come on, the more the merrier. So it is nice. We do have those days where there are a lot harder days than others, and those days sometimes cloud my judgment of why am I in healthcare. But then it's the little things that help, like seeing a patient smile, knowing that they get to go home after being in the hospital for so long, or getting to just get like the news that they want, or seeing their family. Like, because as a CNA in the beginning of the year, you do see the patient way more than the nurses, the doctors, the family, and so you become their friend essentially. And I've made some really good relationship with my patients, and it's sad when some of them pass away, but it's also when they leave. But it's also like a let's throw you a party type of thing. It's a good thing that you're leaving. So I don't know, I really like my job, because I feel like it's I found my calling in life. I am meant to help people, and I think I'm good at it. So yeah, I enjoy it, so it helps. But yeah, so 2023 hopefully will be different and better, with more answers, with more grace, with more just time for me to just explore. So I'm really looking forward to that. But yeah, so I also need to know like what I'm supposed to do with this channel. Like, I took a long break, obviously to take care of health and kind of because I wasn't ready to really share anything, but part of it was just because I so busy taking care of that, so many hours that I was working, that I kind of got sidetracked. But if you guys want to see more, please let me know, and what it is that you want to see. I could try to do like a day in the life of what it's like to work in the ER and kind of what the things that we see, or like some of the icks that we have. I don't know, anything. But if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe if you aren't already. I've lost a lot of subscribers because of not being on it, and I'm very big on Instagram and TikTok, so y'all can check me out there. I'll leave the info in the bio. But yes, I hope everyone has an incredible new year, and let's go into 2023 open-minded and have grace for ourselves. Like, don't be worried about comparing to other people. That's something else I've learned to their journey, to just focus. If all you did was get out of bed, then that's great. And if all you did was constantly go to the doctors like I did, or you were in the hospital a lot and working your butt off, then so be it. That's an achievement in its own. So keep working hard, enjoy the new year, let's make it a fresh start, and I'll talk to you all later.